Now, I would love to get a stun. We're not going to kill him, but get a stun. Oh my god, we got a freaking crit! How? How do we crit him? What's going on, Knights of X? Welcome to the second round for week 2, 3v3 Grand Arena. 3-1 for the season, not bad. It's not going to get any easier going forward. We have a really tough opponent who's actually less GP than me, but very, very good, efficient player. So we're going to check it out right now. Let's head into game and check out our current skill rating. Still, obviously, in Kyber 1, we're past 3,900, so that's pretty good. We're getting closer to 4,000, which is really tough to get, and I would love to get there today. So we won the first round, and our opponent for today is Whiplash, and they actually reached out to me and said they were a great fan of the channel, and they look forward to the match, and that it should be a good one, and it absolutely will be, because they are very good. They are representing the guild D&D, and the legacy score is very high, so very good Grand Arena player. At the roster, they are lower than me. They don't have Power King Hondo. The fact that they're this high with, it's very good to be this high in Kyber 1 with this GP. You're not past 14 million. It's good. Not everything's at Relic, but they don't need to be. Like I said, no Power King Hondo. Datacrons. This is where they're cooking. This is absolutely where they're cooking with their accounts. They're doing an amazing job with Datacrons. They focus more on the regular set instead of the focus ones for the new one, which I get. The newer ones aren't as critical as they are as the regular set, in my opinion. Like, this set, the focus Datacrons were very good with these two, and these are not as powerful as these. So, they have all the right stuff that they're going to want. Very good Datacron farmer. Let's take a look at the map. So, my opponent attacked, and I will admit, I fully changed my defense this round before knowing this person or anything. I just knew that I had a way bigger account, with like 300, 500 GP more, like 500k. So, I went harder on defense. I put Rey, Ben, Ezra with the ROLO and it got one shot. I put my Maz on defense, my Power King Hondo, my Jawa, my SOKR, and Jawa ended up getting a hold, which is pretty good. Pretty good. We got a hold there. Looking at the back, I put my Lord Vader on defense with the Jawa focused Datacron. I put my Ahsoka with Cal to try to throw all them off with an underlined Force User Cron, and that got one tapped. Everything got one tapped back here. And then if we go up front, everything got one tapped here. I didn't really change much to this wall. And ships, guys, you know the deal. I've been going really weak on ships. All one shots. So that is my wall and how they did. They got one drop. So I don't have much to work with, but let's take a look. We have Maz Kanata, Saw with the Rolocron. That is very dangerous. We have Crew with Darkside Ray and Sith Trooper. And then we have a Queen Amidala team with the Raddus focused Datacron and Great Mothers with Night Trooper. Always dangerous. And then up top, we have Keller and Beck, Mace, Finn, Maul, and Trench. So I'm not seeing any GLs on the first two walls. So I'm going to have to assume they either went, number one, extremely hard on offense, which is a good possibility, or B, they're hiding some in the back. So I need to be extremely conservative with my counters and make sure I don't overkill anything, because it is not going to be a fun time if I overkill stuff in the front and can't clear the back. But we need to be cautious, because a 2054 is still a very good score with how hard I went on defense. So I need to be so smart with these counters. So guys, let's get the Grand Arena started. I don't know what I'm going to start with, but we need to be good. Starting out with one of the toughest teams on the bottom wall, Saw Gerrera with the the Rolo level 15. Very dangerous team. They're way scarier than GL sometimes, especially with this Datacron. So it's Saw, Luthen, Captain Rex, level 15. The stats are insane, as you can see. The Rebel 6 works for them. They're going to be assisting all the time. So I'm bringing out the big guns. I took Baylan off of defense just in case, and it actually worked out for me, because I think Baylan is going to do very well here. I have triple Omicron Baylan. I'm using Vader's focus Datacron. I have no plans for this currently. It gives me really good defense, crit damage, and potency. All very good stats for this team. So let's go ahead and get rid of some Saw. They're very fast. Okay, let's get some stuns. Got one. Tenacity down. Okay. I'm going to end up doing this. I'm fine with doing that. Can I get a stun? No stun, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. Alright, so they're going to get going. Maybe I made some misplays. They're gonna remove my buffs anyway, so I need to think for a sec. This is not over. This is where it gets dangerous. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go for, Saw first. Who knows? Oh boy. Okay, come on. Gotta get going. It's not that good. Hit with blind. You gotta take more turns. Do I just get rid of the spawn? I don't know if that's 6 stacks. I'd like to take another turn. If we time that well. Hold on. Just taking a very long time. That should kill him, so let's go for... So close. Okay, it's way too dicey. Do not like this battle. I don't think I'm gonna get that banner back. Or, I mean, he's not gonna go down anyway, I guess. Why are you healing so much? Yeah, that team is no joke. I mean, if any other Datacron, Saw Gerrera normally gets taken out right off the bat like that because you have enough damage, and he had tenacity down, but he, like, almost hardly gets stunned sometimes. It's so annoying. If I didn't have Baylan there, that could have been way more dicey. I would have had to use something way more expensive like Bane, and even that is sketchy. So, Baylan's purpose there was perfect, and I'm happy I saved him for offense. Against Darkside Rey with Crew and Sith Trooper, I think Sith Empire is a good choice here. Not trying to do too much overkill, and I think it's a good trade-off. They have the Darkside Max Health Protection 3, the Damage Immunity 6 with Armor Pen, Potency, Health, and Crit Damage. So, going with Malgus, Revan, and Malik. You know what? I'm actually going to go with Bastila Fallen. I want to save my Darth Revan possibly for an Omicron Zaalbar. I take that back. We're going to go with Bastila Fallen. Hopefully that's not stupid. Cooldown reduction 3 for Darkside. Lots of health, crit chance, and crit damage. That could be a big mistake. We're going to find out. I'm going to do that. Okay. Staying alive. Stun. Big hit. This should be a counterattack, which should put fear on her. Oh, wait, no counterattack. Obviously, they go for her. That is the worst case scenario. I'm gonna keep the fear. I do not want her to go down. Again, I want to keep that fear on her. Should not counterattack. Should get a stun. Do not cleanse. And do not kill my team. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I can get any banners back on her. Darth Revan is really the banner recovery dude. Doesn't seem too good for this team. I don't think I have any health steal on the Kron. Do I have any health steal? No health steal. So it won't be the highest banners we've seen. I wonder if there's a way I could stall it out a little bit, possibly. Maybe I could stall it. At least get her protection back, right? It's gonna be, what, a 55 considered? Alright, 55. I came back to get her protection back, at least. That leaves me Darth Revan open for a potential other team I could use, so... I think that's good value. I don't think I'm going to need Malgus for anything else. I still have a very difficult Great Mother team to go against. Maybe Darth Revan works against them? I don't know. We'll see. But that is still really good for the time being. Alright, I haven't done this all season. I don't remember the last time I've ever done it, so I'm definitely nervous for this. I don't know why. I'm definitely nervous, but there was a reason I saved my Darth Revan, so let's try him here. Double Omicron Great Mother team. Cooldown reduction 3, defense to offense 6, Night Trooper 9. Crit damage, health steal, crit chance, health, and tenacity. So, we'll find out. Omicron Darth Revan, or Omicron Zaalbar with Darth Revan lead. I love Old Republic. You gotta help me out here. Going with a protection up level 3, which I think is useless because if Zaalbar gets doomed, he can't gain protection anyway. I'm going with it because it's very high crit damage. I want to blow them up, like one of my highest for light side, and a lot of health. It's a very good cron. Don't fail me. Don't let this be the first drop. Alright, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do this? I guess that's the best way. Okay, I might have overthought that. The high crit damage is nice there. That's pretty good value because, again, I'm being conservative of my GLs, and I need to save them for the back possibly. And I still have to get through Maz Kanata. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Possibly Great Mothers. I got to check the speed. I don't know because there's an Omicron Hondo. That team will be absolutely no joke. I might have to use a GL there, but that's still good value, I think. It's not the best banners, but as long as I don't drop, I think we're going to be good. For Queen Amidala, I'm going to stick with Bane. I'm going to save my Great Mothers for potentially something in the back. I checked Maz's speeds. It's not going to work against Maz, so Queen Amidala, double Omicron, Raddus focused Datacron. They're going to be attacking out of return a lot, so that means a lot of high crit chance and pretty good stats. So I'm going with Bane, Sith Empire Trooper. Going with the Kicks focused Datacron because of the health. I think that's more than enough for this team. I was able to pull it off against the Rolocron. I can't imagine this being any more difficult. Almost got rid of him right away. So they'll be getting a lot of crit chance. And that looks like enough to me. It wasn't. Alright, he's gonna miss, so let's just go here. That should be it. Okay, I was gonna say. Alright, I mean, just postponing the inevitable, we're fine. I remember when this counter used to be super dicey back in the day with the support Cron and the Padawan Obi-Wan Cron, where it's like, it's hit or miss. But Bane, not failing me yet. Very good value, I think. And we got Maz left, so let's check it out. So for Maz, I checked the speeds. It's lightning fast. Lightning fast. 363. Plus 30 is 393. I don't think Great Mothers are going to work. And even with OG Hondo in the lineup, that's even more threatening. So I think I have a certain strategy I want to do. I think I'm going to bring in JML. And I know they have counter insta-kill synergy, but I think I have a plan. They have the Dark Side Max Elder Protection 3, which doesn't do much for them. The Damage Reduction 6, which could be annoying. And the Hondo 9, which is very annoying. High potency, crit damage, and protection. I'm going with Cal and Luke. And the thing is that I'm going to wait to end the battle with the insta-kill on Hondo. That way, I don't have to worry about Death Mark, I think. 25% turn meter in the beginning. Health, crit avoidance, health steal, tenacity, and my highest protection prod for turn meter gain. I don't know. They're going to start with Foresight, unfortunately. I'm going to try to just gain some turn meter. I'm going to pass this to Luke. I'll go for a stun. We should be able to get her, like, very soon. One of the next turns, I think. Let me think for a sec. Okay. That's good. That's exactly how I wanted it to go. But I hope this isn't considered massive overkill, because it could be. But with those speeds, I just don't know. And JML is not super, like, I think the scariest GL to use on the front wall. I think there are other GLs that I want to save, to be honest. Okay, so now I just want to get through this guy. There we go. Okay, you know what? That worked out exactly the way I wanted it. Don't even think I need the insta-kill. But if it was a slower Maz, I would have been fine. But she outsped my Great Mothers. With OG Hondo in the lineup, he's going to be getting a bunch of turn meter, put captive on the wrong target, and you're really boned. But any other time, I would try Great Mothers. That is the front wall. Hopefully, we didn't make any mistakes with overkill. Let's see the back. 546 heading into the back. And what do you know? We got some GLs like I thought. Wow, we have, okay, 1, 2, 3 GLs. All right. I'm happy I saved. I'm happy I saved because it wasn't going to be easy. That means Ahsoka was on offense. There's no Ahsoka on defense. Well, good thing here is I could probably do Great Mothers, I think. That crit avoidance is freaking terrifying. Oh, man. We have to see. We have to see. This is, I don't think I'm going to be able to land a crit. Okay, well, pretty smart. Pretty smart. We have to deal with JMK Cat Ezra. This? Maybe Leia? I don't know. We got some options. I think Leia here. Baylan I got to figure out. I don't have Jawa. This isn't over, guys. Not by any means. This is going to be a really fun Grand Arena. Get ready for a show. This is the most dicey battle for the Grand Arena by far. This will determine everything, and it's only because of the Datacron. It's not because of the team comp. It's specifically the Datacron. It's very smart. So I have to change up my whole plan. JMK Cat Ezra. We've seen this in the past, but we have not seen the shorty Datacron. The crit avoidance here is a massive problem. It could shut this down. That's why I have to change up my Datacron. High defense and potency. There's no Datacron that I can bring in that's going to get a crit. So I'm not relying on crits anymore. I'm relying on offense. I'm going with Great Mothers, Morgan, and Spirit. Wampa focused Datacron. This gives me 100% offense. I need to rely on it. Because, again, the crit damage is not going to happen. And the armor pen, sure. I mean, I already have... I can ignore defense and we deal physical damage, sure. But I ignore defense with her unique. This might be the first drop. I'm just letting you guys know. This more than likely could be the first drop. Okay. Removing buffs. That's going to be a crit. That's fine. Now, I would love to get a stun. We're not going to kill him, but get a stun. Oh my god, we got a freaking crit! How? How did we crit him? Are you serious? How did we get a crit? He didn't have vulnerable. Or did he have vulnerable? I am shocked. There is no freaking way that just happened. How did we get a crit? Well, this is a win. I'm not gonna get cocky, but this is gonna be a win. That really saves me. Not gonna lie. Crazy. I cannot believe we crit. There's 75% crit avoidance. Full banners, too. Right? Right. Right. I am shocked. Stunned. Puzzled. Dumbfounded. I don't know how he crit. I'm going to review that. I mean, I have my contacts in. I don't think he had vulnerable. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Great Mothers, you have yet to fail me ever. Next up is Lord Vader, and since I don't have the Omicron available, I'm bringing in Leia for him. Happy I saved her. They have the CX2 Omicron. They have the Health and Protection Recovery 3 with Protection, Crit Avoid, Tenacity, Crit Chance, and Health Steal. Leia, Terminator in the beginning, Irresistible Stun, Resistance 6, Crit Chance, Health Steal, Crit Damage, Health, and Crit Avoid. Could you imagine this fails? That's going to be a stun. I want to keep him above the health threshold. But he might not be above it anyway. Yeah, well, he wasn't above it anyway. That kind of sucks. Yeah, let's get a stun. Really would be so unfortunate if this dropped. He wasn't above the health threshold. Maybe I should have targeted Lord Vader in the beginning. We'll see. Sure, it gets a little sketchy. Want to cleanse, but I can't target him. Just get rid of him. Leia, you gotta cleanse. Stun. Okay, he's kind of ramping up kind of fast. Not as 1, 2, 3 as it should have been. Look how hard he's hitting. Why is he hitting that hard? I'm gonna do it. I want to protect R2. He's hitting very hard. What in the cron is making him hit this hard? He doesn't even have that many offensive stats. Damage immediately? No. No more cleansing going on. You like R2 a lot. You really like R2. And R2's alive? Okay, come on. Probably gonna lose R2. I might just go for the win. Yeah, you know what? I'm not letting him get to another ultimate or risking the 2 banners. Not when we need to, at least. I haven't dropped yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to. But that was getting a little dicey. He was ramping up quite a bit, and R2 was literally right there. So if I even let him get to ult, and I don't get the... I could have done the banner recovery move there. It was just too risky for me. I'm not dropping. Next up, Rey. Haven't lost this yet, but this is a different Datacron. It's going to be a little dicey. Rey, Cal, Ben, Jawa focused Datacron. Look at the stats here. 80% offense, armor pen, lots of health, and crit avoid. Very frightening. I don't like it. Going with Queen. Buffs on a special. High armor pen, high health, and protection. I'm going to keep the strategy the same. I don't know if it's going to be as easy. Yeah, not as easy. He didn't get into damage immunity yet. There it is. Now he's got to take a turn. Removing turn meter. Don't want him to hit too hard under our protection. That would be very problematic. Okay. Definitely like Cal to take a turn. Cooldown increase. Get rid of the Inspire. Hopefully this ult doesn't hurt us. Okay. I don't know if that's enough. I'm not liking this too much, to be honest. Not liking this too much. I don't know if I'm playing this right. Okay. We got lucky. We got very lucky. If he crits there... it's the best way to do this. He's gonna get into another ult. Yes, she is. Let's just do this. Cooldown increase. I have to do this because he's just gonna revive. And we're gonna end it right here. Okay, yeah. The RNG with that is if Ben gets to his... I don't know if he had an Omicron. I had to double check. I don't know if he had the triple Omicron. But if they did have the triple Omicron and he hits under your protection and one-shots your Padawan Obi-Wan, you're done. The counter's not going to work. It's over. So, we got a little lucky there. We didn't get crit. For Inquisitors, sticking to what works. On-the-line Force users, it's a double Omicron Reva. Cooldown reduction 3. Wordy Inquisitor 9. Night Sister 9. Or Wordy Inquisitor 6. Wordy Knights... I can't freaking talk today. Wordy Inquisitor 6 and the Ninth Sister 9 with crit avoid, crit damage, health, and crit chance. Going with crew as a tank, pre-taunting tank. Going with the Terminator in the beginning for light side. The ramping offense or stacking offense 6 for Ufus. And then potency, armor pen, and protection. This has not... I've never failed this. There's actually no Grand Inquisitor. Why? I just realized that. Why is there no Grand Inquisitor? Seems a little odd. Just get a taunt up. She's gonna heal, right? Oh, no you're not. No you're not. There we go. Now, are you gonna steal some banners? You're gonna steal one. It's not the end of the world. And that should do it. Or not. How much health steal do you have? How much health steal? None. Well, didn't matter anyway. You stole one banner. I will not forgive you, but not the end of the world. Everything is working according to plan. I mean, we saved the perfect amount of teams for the back. Maybe I could have saved JML for Baylan, but I think I have other answers for Baylan that'll work out just fine. So, good 56 banner win here. Baylan's next. Alright, Baylan time. This is one of those counters where it needs to go my way or I can end up in some trouble. Double Omicron Baylan, cooldown reduction 3, Wordy Inquisitor 6, Marok 9, high protection, crit damage, and crit chance. He's also lightning fast. That's a 355 Baylan. That is huge. So I'm going with Bo-Katan Mandalore. I'm running BAM just in case if I need a damage immunity. Terminator in the beginning. Protection, crit damage, and crit chance. Or health, I think. I'm hoping I can outspeed. I don't even know if I can. We're going to find out. It's a very fast Baylan. I do outspeed. The Terminator, thank you. That was incredible. That was... This is going to be a 57? That could not have worked out any better. Literally could not have worked out any better. That was incredible. We literally took out Baylan right off the bat. That was sick. Oh my god. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like those were the tougher teams I had to get through, so we're in pretty good shape. This is going to be a lot of repeats from the previous matchups, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Traya against Master Mace, it's just a hardcore counter for him. They're doing the light side max health damage 3 with protection, crit damage, health, and crit avoidance. Traya hasn't failed me. Going the potency 3, high crit avoidance, health, protection, tenacity. Only survives like survivable stats. That's the only reason why I picked this Datacron. I'm not worried about not being able to kill them. I'm worried about just surviving. I'm going to save it. I did that last time. That's why I save it. Boom. We're going to annihilate Ayla. Oops. I should have done that there. That was a misplay, but it's not going to really matter. She doesn't have the Zeta. I just realized that. There's no Zeta. Okay, 57. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if they just forgot that she got the ability, but I'll probably message my opponent saying they're missing their Zeta because we're talking in-game. That's probably either they're running low on Zetas or they forgot about it, but I don't think it changes the counter anyway, but full banner win against Master Mace with Traya. Not that difficult. I am really excited to see what this team is going to look like once the Stranger comes to the game. But in the meantime, we're using Starkiller against the brand new Trench-focused Datacron. I think that is the best lineup for the 3v3 season because Dooku's got a really good level 9. But we can't get stunned, so that's the plus. Trench-focused Datacron, it is maxed out. The Dooku bonus turn 1 is the problemo, but with Starkiller and his unique, we can't get stunned. We're going with the Ufu Wardy 6 with Tenacity, Armor Pen, Potency, and Offense. It's actually a very good Datacron in terms of stats for this team. The Potency is everything. Okay, so I'm going to go for a stun. Okay, luckily the stagger doesn't matter. I'm going to just keep that shock, I think. Like to go for him. Let's go for a stun now. Yeah, that wasn't hard. That wasn't hard at all. I think we played it right. I think going for Dooku in the beginning is the right move because he's annoying. We were fast enough to outspeed. We controlled Watt. We controlled the shock with Trench so he doesn't get his bonus turn or his turn meter. So that worked out great. Next team is going to be the Mauldalorians, and I think Saw Gerrera is pretty good for this team. I can't imagine Maul beating them, so I can't imagine Maul, me losing to them. So they're going with the Ufu Damage Immunity 6. That's pretty interesting. High health, offense, and crit damage. Saw, Captain Rex, and Luthen going with the Raddus focused Datacron for this. It's all around a bunch of different stats. I can't imagine this losing. I just can't. We're going to remove the Frenzy and the Retribution, which is cool. They're going to do their thing for a sec. I think that's the way to go. I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's crazy, this team. I just didn't want it to lose to Wampa on defense. That's why it's on offense, but it's actually bananas good on offense. Like, Saw is one of those teams that are just so secretly overpowered. Like, offense and defense, he's really doing well. But if I'm not sending him on defense with the Rolocron, I don't want to get Wampa soloed, unfortunately. So, good win. And that leaves 2 teams remaining. We got a Resistance team, and the other one is a Keller and Beck team. And I have 2 GLs remaining, so I'm going to use them there. It is Finn, Zori, Scavray, Protection Up, level 3, Turn Meter level 6, and the Scavray 9 with crit chance, health, steal, and tenacity. I'm going with JMK Cat, buffs on a special, the ability block for Ufu 6, protection, armor pen, health, crit damage, tenacity, and potency. This is just in case ships don't go our way, I'd like to be able to, at least get some other banners back. So I'm going to just go for Scavray because she's the threat. building up our ultimate charge for banners. There we go. Go here. Might as well just get rid of them. Yep, nothing more to it than that. Just straight efficiency play because we weren't very efficient on the map. But since we didn't drop, we can afford some of those 54s and 55s. So with this, we're trying to bring back the banner loss and make it a little bit more of a spread. So one more team. Let's go for the efficiency. And the final team is going to be Keller and Beck, Jocasta, and Temple Guard with a 3 Omicron team. They have the protection up level 3 with crit chance, protection, health steal, and crit avoid. I'm going Sith Eternal solo with the Iden focused Datacron. Got really good health here, good buffs on a special, so I will take it. Go here. Get some banners back. I'm not going to do anything because she needs protection for that to do stuff, and she's got no protection. Do I go for the efficiency? Why not? Or do I just end it? That was kind of nice. You know what? Let's just go for it. Maybe I can overlap or outlap and it counts. I don't think it's going to count, but... yeah, it's going to be a 58. It's not the end of the world. Definitely going to be a 58. Alright, 58. Very good. Could have stalled it out for a 59, but again, I don't think it's going to come into play for today. Those are all the character battles. We did not drop after setting a huge, massive defense. So, good stuff. Very good play. Let's go check out ships. 1635 into ships, and it looks like they went kind of hard on defense. Okay, not as hard, but they did set Leviathan with 4 reinforcements. That's pretty wild. So I'm going to do a Leviathan mirror here. Probably do Profundity here. And then Executor here. So that's why I don't like when it comes down to ships. I rather go harder on ships. So we're definitely going to do Leviathan mirror match. And then probably Profundity and then Executor. And then we'll do the wrap up. So Leviathan mirror match. Haven't done this in Grand Arena in a while. This is almost virtually impossible to lose unless there's some crazy bug or something like that. So I'm bringing in 3 reinforcements just in case. Just in case. You just never know. So everything looks correct. I got my Scimitar, my MK6, and Fighter. I don't know why there's 4 reinforcements, to be honest. That's, I've never seen a 4 reinforcement Leviathan. So maybe there's something they're cooking. And we go first. That is a huge plus. That will help with the banners. I'm just going to play it manual, even though this is almost a lock. Pretty much a lock. Like, that solidifies the win. There's nothing that can come out that's going to change it. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, look at that. They somehow... wait a minute. They have 4 reinforcements, and they somehow let their
Scimitar come out first. What other reinforcement has crazy priority like that lets it go out first? That's wild. I thought there was only 3. So does that mean there's... That means there's Scimitar, Ravenclaw, TIE Bomber, and who's the 4th? Who's the 4th fleet that's allowing that to come out first? Maybe they're trying to trick me. Which is possible. I don't know. Pretty smart. What 4th fleet does that? Is it Rogue One? I think Rogue One has priority. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be able to stall it out for 70... something, yeah. 71. That is an ugly mirror match. That is not what you want, but we did lose banners over here. We couldn't get the protection back, but again, I'm very happy with just being able to get the one shot. That's all we need for today. Let's move on to home 1. I'm even more confused because Raven's Claw is in the starting lineup. So what other fleet was with that Leviathan in the reinforcement slot? I am very, very confused. But for today, Profundity against home 1. This should be cake. It really shouldn't be hard. This is a GL meta fleet. Not overly concerned. Not yet, I guess. Wait, it didn't even come out first. This doesn't have foresight, so let's just go all out here. Oh, nice. Why isn't B-Wing coming out? Alright. No assist. Is it B-Wing? There's the B-Wing. They can't gain turn meter. Yeah. Alright, T. Didn't really need this reinforcement, but it's gonna end the Grand Arena if we get an assist. Didn't get an assist. Okay. And that's it. Alrighty. Very smooth. That's a 75. Yeah. Okay. So the good thing is that Profundity seems to be pretty good against home 1. It should be. It's a GL meta fleet. And that could be something I utilize going forward if they don't set Executor. So, very solid. We got Malevolence next, and we're going to use Executor. Last fleet, Malevolence, bringing in Executor, bringing in 2 reinforcements, because why risk it? Why risk it? I don't have Houndstooth. It might be sloppy banners, but as long as we get the win. That's, obviously we want to go for efficiency as much as we can, but no need to stress in battles that we don't need it. Good stuff. That worked out great. And we got a dodge. This could be over right here. That was very quick. That was very quick. Didn't even need a second reinforcement. 74. Okay, very good stuff. Virtually perfect Grand Arena. We're going to talk about it in the review. There are a couple things I want to discuss that I am genuinely shocked about that could have went very poor for us and it worked out. So I'll catch you guys in the review. 2075 to 2054, and this could have been a lot closer if my opponent didn't drop on Jawa, and I'm very curious to see what they used against Jawa. I don't think they were going to try Wampa Focus Datacron with Wampa. That could have been way too risky, so I'm definitely curious. They were very impressive because I set a very difficult defense. They definitely used the Kylo trick here. They must have. I'm not sure what they used on Maz, but they were able to one-shot my Rey, Ben, Ezra with the Rolocron. So I wonder if Leia worked out for them or if something else happens. But I set a pretty tough defense. I went pretty hard. I set a bunch of GLs. For me, I think using JML here against Maz was very good for me because I didn't risk anything. JML doesn't have a sole purpose this season at the moment. Yeah, people use him for Baylan, but I lost first Baylan. Yeah, I made some misplays. There was some RNG, but I think we did the right things here. I'm not going to give myself credit, but for the last second, I swapped out my Darth Revan with Bastila Fallen, and that definitely helped me. Because if I had to use a GL here against Great Mothers, that would have destroyed the back wall. So that there was big brain. I'll admit it. That was a big brain play. Swapping in Darth Revan for here with Bastila Fallen opened up this counter here. Amazing. That is great value. You have a Great Mother team, which is very overpowered, with 2 Omicrons and a exclusive Night Trooper 9, getting taken out by a single Omicron Zaalbar with Darth Revan. That, to me, is incredible value. That makes that Omicron almost worth it for Great Mother, so I am extremely happy with that. And then, in the back, this right here, I have to comment. I don't know how I got the crit. When I'm editing this video, I'm going to try to find out and see what the heck happened. Did we really just get really lucky? 75% crit avoid should not matter. Obviously, the Kron had a lot of defense. That doesn't matter with Spirit when she has Foresight. It was all about the crit avoid, and we gunned right through Ezra. So I'm really happy that worked. Everything worked out in our favor today. I'm not kidding. Like, every team had a purpose. If the counter didn't work, we would have been in a lot of trouble. So, guys, I'm really happy with this win. Big shout out to my opponent, Whiplash, for a fun Grand Arena and being an awesome guy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned some counters, were entertained. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of X. And I'll see you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you all.